Hello and welcome to the English Listening Practice Podcast from English Pod Studio. This podcast is here to help you practice listening and speaking in English step by step. I speak slowly and clearly, so you can listen carefully and repeat after me if you want. Today we are going to talk about something very important for English learners: pronunciation. Pronunciation means the way you say words. If your pronunciation is clear, people can understand you more easily. If it is not clear, even if your grammar and vocabulary are good, people may not understand what you want to say. That is why improving your pronunciation is so important. Many learners feel nervous about pronunciation. They worry about their accent or about sounding strange. Some even think they need to sound exactly like a native speaker. But let me tell you a secret. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You only need to be clear. The goal is communication, not perfection. So how can you improve your pronunciation? Let's start with some simple ideas. The first step is to listen carefully. Listening is the base of good pronunciation. If you never hear the sounds of English, it is very hard to copy them. Try to listen to English every day, even for a few minutes. You can listen to songs, short podcasts, or videos. Pay attention to how the speakers move from one word to another, how they stress some words more, and how their voices go up and down. The second step is to repeat what you hear. This is called shadowing. You listen to a sentence and then you repeat it immediately, trying to copy the sound, rhythm, and intonation. At first, it may feel strange or difficult, but with practice, your mouth will learn the movements. Shadowing is one of the fastest ways to improve pronunciation. The third step is to practice slowly. Sometimes learners try to speak fast, but this can make pronunciation worse. Start slowly. Say each word clearly. Once you feel confident, you can speak faster. Remember, clarity is more important than speed. Another useful idea is to record your voice. Many learners never listen to themselves, but when you record your voice and play it back, you can hear which sounds are clear and which sounds need more practice. At first, you may not like how your voice sounds. That is normal. But over time, you will notice your progress, and that will motivate you. Finally, focus on sounds that are difficult for you. For example, many learners find that sound difficult, like in the words think or this. Others struggle with the difference between R and L. Choose one sound and practice it every day. Say words with that sound again and again until your mouth feels comfortable. Now let us go further and learn more ways to make your English pronunciation better and more natural. One important part of pronunciation is word stress. In English, some syllables in a word are stronger and others are softer. For example, in the word computer, we say com-pu-ter. The middle syllable is stressed. If you put the stress in the wrong place, people may not understand the word. That is why listening carefully is important. When you hear a new word, pay attention to which part is strong. Then, when you repeat the word, copy that stress. Another important part is sentence stress. In a sentence, some words are stressed more than others. Usually, we stress the important words, like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. For example, in the sentence, I like reading books in English, the strong words are like, books, and English. The other words are weaker. Practicing this pattern will make your English sound more natural. Now let's talk about rhythm. English has a special rhythm because of the stress patterns. Some words are long, some are short, but together they make a kind of music. If you practice listening and repeating, you will start to feel this rhythm. A good way to practice is to read simple sentences out loud. Try to say them with a natural beat. You can even clap your hands or tap your fingers while speaking to feel the rhythm better. Next, let's talk about intonation. Intonation is how your voice goes up and down when you speak. In English, our voice rises when we ask a yes or no question. For example, do you like coffee? Our voice falls when we give information or when we finish a sentence. For example, I like coffee. Practicing intonation is important because it helps people understand not just your words but also your meaning and emotions. Another useful tip is to practice with tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are sentences that are difficult to say quickly because they use similar sounds. For example, she sells seashells by the seashore, or red lorry, yellow lorry. Tongue twisters may feel funny, but they are excellent practice for your mouth muscles. Start slowly and then get faster as you improve. You can also improve your pronunciation by reading out loud every day. Take a short text, maybe from a book, article, or story. Read it slowly and clearly. Don't worry about speed. Focus on saying each word correctly. This daily habit will train your mouth to pronounce English sounds naturally. Another idea is to use songs and rhymes. Songs help you practice rhythm, stress, and intonation in a fun way. If you enjoy singing, choose an English song you like. Listen carefully, then try to sing along. You don't need to sing perfectly. The goal is to copy the sounds and flow. Children's rhymes are also very useful because they are simple and rhythmic. Finally, don't forget to relax when you speak. Many learners feel tense, and that makes their speech less clear. Take a deep breath before you talk. Smile a little. When your mouth and face are relaxed, your pronunciation will sound better. Now let's talk about how to stay motivated to keep practicing, because good pronunciation takes time and regular effort. The first thing to remember is that improvement is slow but steady. Sometimes you may not notice your progress right away. You might feel like nothing is changing. But if you practice every day, even for just 5 minutes, you will slowly hear and feel the difference. Think of pronunciation practice like exercise. If you go to the gym one time, nothing changes. But if you go every day, little by little, your body becomes stronger. Pronunciation is the same. Another way to stay motivated is to set small goals. Instead of saying, "I want perfect pronunciation," choose something simple. For example, this week I will practice the t sound every day. Or, I will record myself reading one paragraph each day. When you achieve small goals, you feel proud, and that pride keeps you motivated. It is also important to make pronunciation practice part of your daily life. You don't need to study for hours. You can practice while walking, cooking, or cleaning. You can talk to yourself in English, repeat what you hear on TV, or describe things around you. The more you use English in daily life, the more natural your pronunciation will become. Another tip is to find a practice partner. Practicing alone is good, but practicing with someone else is even better. You can correct each other, laugh together, and stay motivated. If you don't have a partner near you, you can join online groups or use apps to connect with learners around the world. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Many learners are too critical of their own pronunciation. They feel embarrassed when they make mistakes, but mistakes are part of learning. Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, people will usually understand you if you try your best. Every mistake is an opportunity to improve. So instead of feeling bad, say to yourself, "I am learning, and I am getting better." Now, let's do a quick recap of everything we learned. To improve pronunciation, first listen carefully and copy the sounds. Use shadowing to repeat sentences. Speak slowly and clearly. Record your voice to hear your progress. Focus on sounds that are difficult for you. Practice stress, rhythm, and intonation to sound more natural. Use tongue twisters, read out loud, and sing songs to make practice fun. Relax your face and body while speaking. And finally, stay motivated by setting small goals, practicing daily, and celebrating your progress. Remember, you do not need to sound like a native speaker. Your goal is to be clear and confident. If people can understand you, you are already successful. So keep going, practice a little every day. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress. And most of all, enjoy the process of learning. Thank you for listening to this episode from English Pod Studio. I hope this podcast has helped you and inspired you to keep working on your pronunciation. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself. Until next time, take care and happy learning.